Have you ever wanted flaming hot soup? Oh god. Oh no. Hello, everybody. So I've been cooking a lot lately, and I've run into a bit of a bind. Every single time I search up a recipe on the internet for cooking, I get no results. Not a single recipe on the internet. Luckily, I found TikTok, which is a place that they have food instructions. The first cook I have to show you today is named Getty. Getty Show is the TikTok account. It stars Getty, obviously, who is not a cook at all, actually. It seems that she's primarily a Guinness World Record holding hula hooper, which is not a roast at all, actually. It just makes her recipes all the more impressive.
So right there in the center, we're gonna do one more.
Okay, so this is not a dish I've ever seen before that involves wrapping raw spaghetti in ground beef.
Hiya! All right, here's my next set.
You have to yell when you karate chop the beef. That way it fears you.
Hiya!
So like, does putting the hamburger around the spaghetti do something? Or is it just like a presentation thing? Is it like... Because that's really one of my questions. Unless we're trying to make like a Mr. Potato Head type, like give him hair or something.
But you gotta flip it very gently, and notice that the spaghetti is still uncooked.
I did notice that, actually. Oh shoot! You guys, do you know? The spaghetti is still uncooked.
Special recipe that I like to call Getty Spaghetti.
the guy behind the camera go, oh, when she said that.
Getty Spaghetti.
Aww.
Here comes the fun part. Some bell peppers, onion, yellow bell peppers, my special Bulgarian spice called chubrita.
Ah yes, chubrita, one of my favorite spices to add to stuff.
I have to go like this. Oh. Wait, we got one more special ingredient.
Getty.
You're putting nerds in
Yes.
there.
They're gonna release the sugars, and it's gonna be just enough sweet.
Is that science? It's gonna release the sugars? Nerds are? That's not like a special property that only nerds have. I should know. I am one.
So that's what's going to soften it up.
Exactly. Oh yeah.
Wow. That looks amazing.
It doesn't look good. So this isn't like one of those TikTok recipes where at the end you're like, wow, I can't believe it looks so delicious. It just looks like you put nerds on hamburger.
Getty Spaghetti.
Yummy.
I think this is based on like someone else's recipe. No offense to Getty, I don't think this is her independent idea, though I do think the nerds are a special touch. But hey, if you think that's wacky, you got another thing coming. And specifically the other thing that you have coming is Getty's patented Flamin' Hot Cheeto mac and cheese. It's not patented. It's a product that they sell, but Getty's not using that. She's making it from scratch. Because she's a real chef / hula hoop enthusiast. Idiot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So those are the flaming hot.
Yes.
So we're boiling flaming hot Cheetos, which isn't a thing that I thought you could do. I still actually don't know if it's a thing that you can do. What's the game plan here? Like, it's water, it's Cheetos. It's gonna be mostly... Like, what's going on here?
I'm adding the ones with lime, just for like that hint of lime. I don't want to put the entire bag.
You know what else could add a hint of lime? Is a lime. A lime could help. You didn't have to add another type of flaming hot Cheetos. It's like, this salad needs something. Like, boils a bag of Cool Ranch Doritos.
Mac and cheese, just plain old mac and cheese.
This is like the least instruction I've ever been given for a recipe. Like you put you put 1.5 bags of Flamin' Hot Cheetos into a pot with some water, and then you make some mac and cheese. I've got regular Flaming Hot Cheetos here, and I've got lime Flamin' Hot Cheetos, you know, to add that lime flavor. It's the only way to add that lime flavor. And I've got some water here that's getting ready to boil, but they never said how much water you're supposed to, like, is that a well-known fact? How much water is necessary to to boil Flamin' Hot Cheetos into a soup?
I know mac and cheese.
Whoa.
I know.
Whoa, that's not what you should be reacting to, man. I'm pretty sure that was something that we could have expected, I think, is adding the cheese from the mac and cheese. Where was that surprise when she was boiling a bag of Flaming Hot Cheetos? The man behind the camera has the strangest reactions to everything going on around him.
So those are the Flamin' Hot.
Yes.
So those are the Flamin' Hot. like, where did you come from? Did Getty tell this man literally nothing before she handed him a camera? It was just like, film this and react. Like, you've been in the same house as these Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Okay, so we finally got some boiling water here. Now it is time to add our key ingredient, Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Getty Spaghetti told me to add the whole bag. Oh, I gotta eat one. Good by itself. Doesn't need anything else, especially not to be in mac and cheese.
That smells disgusting.
Oh god, the smell is so strong. Let's not forget, we still have to add the lime flavor. We're adding 1/4 of these, I think, because there's no such thing as a lime fruit. And that's a fact. This smells absolutely foul. That's the creamy goodness we want when we melt down a corn snack.
That's gonna give it that cheesy flavor that everyone likes with the mac and cheese.
The cheesy flavor that everyone likes with mac and cheese. It is in the name. I don't know if everyone loves it so much as it's like it's just not mac and cheese without the cheese part. There's literally 2 ingredients to mac and cheese, and this is one of them. So it's more a requirement than anything else.
You see the orange? See how it's melting together there?
That was from the powder.
Yeah.
Just obsessed with the guy behind the camera. Oh, yeah, the orange. And the orange is from the powder. I get it now. Sorry, I'm learning colors. We have to pour in cheese, or else it won't have that cheesy flavor. Famously, even though Flamin' Hot Cheetos also have a cheese flavor, but just mixing it up. Ew, so nasty. I love how just it disappears into the lava. Ugh, I can feel it like caking at the bottom of the pan. Have you ever wanted flaming hot soup? You look like you're hiding in fear of it.
I am hiding.
Ooh, so good. Get the water out. Okay, here comes the fun part.
Yeah, get that stuff in there.
Yeah, get that stuff in there. Now he's on board. He's really into it now.
Moment of truth.
Oh my goodness. Mmm. It's got that kick. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Mac and Cheetos.
Okay, so we've got our noodles here. Ugh. I guess I'm just gonna... Ugh, why is it so lumpy? God. It's got such a bright red. I'm just gonna mix this. Let's see. Yum. I suppose I'm gonna try this. Oh, thanks so much for joining us. We've got Flamin' Hot Cheeto mac and cheese. It's a mom's recipe. Yeah, just let me get you a nice hearty serving of these weird pink noodles. Whew! It's getting flaming hot in the kitchen, if you ask me. Okay. Moment of truth. It's still, oh god, it smells so bad. It tastes like nothing. It doesn't even have a kick. All right, so Getty's not done with us yet. She's got one more little food hack in store for us. And you know how much I love hacks. I love them. Fact or cap? So it's a game. It's a game, I guess. We've got to use our thinking brains and figure out if this is a food fact or is it a food cap? That's a lie. Cap it's a little slang for cool people like Getty and myself.
Just go right in there.
We're putting a razor blade in our food, which just goes against all of the advice I was given as a child. This is like the opposite of what you wanted on Halloween, but that's Getty. She goes against the grain, not unlike a close shave with a Vonderhagen. With a Vonderhagen.
Here comes the fun part.
So the idea is that you put a razor blade into one strawberry, and then and then you put that one razor bladed, you put the bladed strawberry into a bowl with a bunch of whole strawberries, and then you shake it up, and while you're shaking it up, the blade is like ricocheting like through the strawberries as if like it's some like Samurai Jack like, and then all of the strawberries are cut magically. I'm gonna have to go with cap, but I don't know. I've been wrong before, and Getty seems like she knows what she's talking about. Okay, so while we wait for the water to boil, I figured we could cut up some strawberries, but instead of doing it in a way that makes sense, you know, like with a knife and stuff, instead we'll put ourselves at risk by using a razor blade. Don't try this at home. No one should try this anywhere.
Oh, nice.
I mean, props to Getty. This is stressful to be like tossing a razor blade around. Seems like something could go wrong, you know? I've got some strawberries here. Got some German engineered double-edged razor blades here. I've got my Tupperware that I am probably going to destroy.
Throwing it up.
Whoa.
Spinning. Check this out.
Oh, what? Are you kidding? Oh my gosh.
How cool is that?
That's amazing.
They're like perfectly diced. It just like doesn't make any sense. Andy, what do you think? Is it fact or cap?
I think it's cap. I think nothing is gonna happen.
Also, it seems like even if this worked, it would still be cleaner and faster to just chop them with a knife. But maybe, I mean, maybe not faster, but like definitely cleaner. Like that bowl was full of strawberry juice. I feel like cutting probably easier. But I'm not the one with the TikTok account, okay?
Those are some big strawberries.
The better to cut you with, my dear. That sounded like a threat. I have washed the strawberries. Now I need to add a single razor blade. I'm gonna put a number of cautions on this. Does she put it into one of the strawberries? So it's in, you can now see that. Why chop strawberries? So boring, so safe. You gotta blade those strawberries. You gotta shake them. You gotta toss them around. That way when you're eating your fruit salad, it's got character. It's got excitement to it. Live a little. So I'm gonna shake this. I don't know, we're just gonna do it. Okay. Don't try this at home.
Do you want to show it to the camera or do you want to like hide it? Because you can.
Looking back on this, I think I forgot to do the spin technique.
Spinning.
So that's probably why it didn't work. Okay, so far, yeah, it's the razor blade's just stuck to the top of the. I've been shaking it for like a minute, and as you can see, they're nice and cut. Especially the one that was already. Now the razor blade. Little editor's note: after we failed to cut the strawberries, we still wanted to eat some of them whole, you know, like savages. And I found myself asking, did we get all the razor blades out? Which is maybe a sign that no one should be doing this. Stuck on the top of the Tupperware. So, all right, that's enough of Getty. So long, Getty. Thanks for the memories. and the spaghetti. This one just says she boiled that in a bag of chips, and then there's lots of hashtags, you know, because it's TikTok. She boiled that in a bag of chips. Sorry, I'm trying to read it for the correct emphasis. She boiled that in a bag of chips. Oh no, no. Stop it. I already don't want it anymore. I didn't know that dropping a raw egg into a bag of Lay's potato chips would evoke such a visceral response in me, but here we are. And you can have it back. I'm sorry. I don't want it. That was such a misleading cut. It was like she was gonna drop them in the in the bag of Lay's, and then it was like goes over the Lay's to reveal a bunch more eggs. Wait, so there was no purpose to putting that egg in the Lay's earlier? Okay, so we're just making an omelet right now. And the bag of chips is there, and it has an egg in it for some reason.
That piece looks gross.
Wait, did you just say that was gross?
That piece looks gross. Go in the bag.
Her dog was like, Misty, please, you've got to stop doing that. It's gross, and I can just hear the sound. I can just hear the slop of an egg, of a raw omelet being poured into a bag of Lay's, and I've had enough. You've done 40 takes today.
And your bag goes right in the boiling water.
Right.
Here we go.
Ugh. I don't know about you, but I don't want my omelet to be in the shape of the bottom of a Lay's bag.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Why is she surprised? I thought this was her. She was sharing. Has she never tried this either? Also, what happened to the chips that were in that bag in the beginning? Were they removed, or are they in this omelet now? Is that a part of it? Is it like a greasy potato chip omelet? So the chips are inside of that omelet somewhere. Are those chips? This is so nasty. There's no way this is good. This isn't seasoned at all. The only seasoning is, I guess, the chips? The salt from the chips? We're done. Next hack. Okay, so first of all, just make an omelet is my thought. Second of all, if you're gonna make an omelet in a bag, please choose a bag that we know that you can boil, because I don't know what happens to a Lay's bag when it reaches the boiling point of water. It could be unhealthy. There could be some weird chemicals come off into the egg, you know? Why do so many of these recipes pour a bag of Frito-Lay products into a boiling pot of water? Can someone answer that for me? Mind blown. This is genius.
Oh my gosh, this is perfect.
Oh no.
So this, real potatoes, it's potato chips, they're already really flavorful.
Yeah, because they're fried in grease, in salt. Did you just call them real potatoes?
So this, real potatoes, it's potato chips.
Does she think that potato chips are just raw sliced potatoes in a bag?
It's almost done. Okay, peeling potatoes. It's the worst. Honestly, I've cut myself peeling potatoes so many times.
So I've resorted to this. This is the only way. I can't improve at cutting potatoes. I've got to get pre-sliced potatoes the only way I know how, in a bag of potato chips. Ugh, one of the grosser things I've seen today. It's just how violently those potatoes were. It's so nasty. It looks like oatmeal.
That's the consistency we're aiming for.
Looks like hot lactose is probably better. Even a heavy cream. Okay, so garlic salt, a little bit of pepper.
I like to add butter.
Love that.
Really good.
Wait, that's the end of the recipe? All you did was wet a bunch of potato chips and strain them and then eat them with butter? This is actually disgusting. I'm appalled. This is so... agree. Agree, Car. Like, imagine, okay, just imagine if instead of putting it in water, because that's the only extra step that they've added here, it was like, all right, get yourself some potato chips and then add some more salt and some pepper and some butter. And now you've got yourself a treat. I'm like, you were already done before. Would you like to eat your potato chips but like soggy? Well, have I got the hack for you? All because she cut herself one time eating mashed potatoes. I'm like, who is this for? You love potatoes. Mashed potatoes is your favorite dish, but every time you make them, you injure yourself in some way. So you're forced to continue making mashed potatoes, your favorite thing in the world, but by using the most inhumane methods imaginable. And to add to the hack, after you're done with making your mashed potatoes, you can make an omelet in the bag. So 2 birds, 1 stone. It's gross is what I'm saying. Shit, don't eat this. So as a person who loves coffee, I feel like I would be remiss if I did not include a coffee hack in this video. And there's one that like went viral on TikTok ages and ages ago that was called whipped coffee. And it looks cool, but I don't really understand the point of it. Essentially, you add some coffee, you add some sugar, you add some water, and then you just whisk. You just whip it. You mix it for a long time. We're getting somewhere. It has been fully a half hour, if not longer. I want to stop, but I'm going to keep going because I'm like, if I stop, do I lose all of my progress? And then after you've done all of that whipping, you mix it into a cup of milk. So you don't even get to enjoy the whipped coffee. That just seems sad to me. Why did we do all of this work if we were just going to mix it in with milk and make coffee and milk, iced coffee and milk? That option was always available to us. We just added an additional step with a bunch of manual labor for the same result. But I did it. I did it. Just feels like it undoes everything. All right. Now it's coffee with milk in it. It's all right. It's not bad. It's just that I feel like I could have made the same thing in like 10 seconds. Maybe maybe that tells us something about life. Maybe. Sometimes you're gonna whip the coffee and it's not gonna have any purpose, but we carry on, we soldier on. So that's where I'm gonna end it. Thanks for joining me on this wild ride. My kitchen is a mess and I have nothing to show for it. Well, almost nothing. I have this bottle of liquid Cheetos, which is borderline satanic. I brought evil onto this channel, and for that, I apologize. Oh, did I say liquid? Not anymore. It's solid, and I'm sorry. I kind of want to take off the lid and touch it. Oh God, it smells foul. Well, it smells like corn. Oh God, it's like pudding. Oh God, oh God. Why'd I do this? Thanks to Sejal Singh for sending me a message on Instagram. I have no idea if I'm saying that right. If you want me to butcher your name, go over to twitch.tv/Jarvis Johnson and follow me there.